Morning. You know you need to get started in video, but you're not quite sure how. In fact, you may even have some cold feet over it. Today we're going to help out with 10 simple, maybe not easy ways to get started. Stick around. We're going to talk about it today on our morning walk. There are literally millions of gurus out there talking about how to get started on YouTube. The prevalent theme seems to be just press record. Well, there's a lot to consider before just pressing record, so you can get on and at least look a semi-intelligent and come across with a strong topic and have people actually want to watch your videos. First is know your audience. You need to know the folks you're targeting. Who are you trying to reach? What are you trying to say? If you try to target everyone, you automatically target no one. Just like in your lead gen, where you're targeting your audience or your niche for the folks that are your ideal client or customer, you're going to do the same thing with YouTube. You're going to sit down and figure out just exactly who you're looking for, what you're going to do, what you're going to say to that person, and then build your videos around it. Next is your content. What are you going to say to these folks? The best thing to do is to go out to Google or various other tools that we'll talk about in later episodes that will help you to actually pull out content, find out relevant content based on what people are asking online, what your target audience is asking online, and how you can address it and help them with the issues they've got to be relevant for them and have them stick around for your videos. Third, plan your video. Make an outline, keep a list, make a script, do something so that you can stay consistent and keep an order to your video. There are very few things on YouTube that are more frustrating than trying to follow someone who is all over the board throughout their entire video. Try to stay organized and keep it planned. Third is equipment. You can make this really simple by starting off with your cell phone, going through the steps, and just press and record. You don't have to have expensive, crazy equipment to get started. Now, as you go, you can add lighting, you can add cameras, you can add microphones and whatnot. But to get started, just use your cell phone. Once you get the first 4 under wraps, it's time to shoot. Point the camera at you. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to throw together a bunch of mishmash and sound overly qualified or super intelligent. Just speak to your audience. Look at the person you're speaking with and act as though you're speaking to one person. Try not to use words and phrases like you all, because you want to make your videos seem as personal as possible. If you talk to an audience, then it sounds like you're talking to everybody. If you talk to a singular person, then it's a conversation and it's personal, and people are more apt to listen longer. Number 6 is editing. In the beginning, editing can be as simple as just cutting out stupid things you said or the points where you tripped over your tongue. As you go, you're gonna do things like adding in text, you're gonna add in music, sound effects, like a punch in the eye or things like that to spice it up and make it more interesting. One thing I skip during shooting, and it works for shooting and editing, is make your clips short, bite-sized pieces. It makes it easier to speak through it and to edit it once you're sitting down at the editing table, if you can piece together pieces that are short and concise rather than a very long, drawn-out sentence or paragraph. Changes in camera position help to keep it interesting too. If you keep the camera in the same spot the whole time, it tends to get a little boring. If you move the camera around a little bit, people notice and it re-engages them. Thumbnail is a very important part of the video. The thumbnail is that thing that grabs people's attention from the beginning and lets them decide, or makes them decide, whether to click on or not click on your video. And if you don't get clicked, you don't get watched. There's a guy circling the block in a pickup truck staring at me. I think he's been going around about the 10th time now, looking at me trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing and who I'm talking to. This is the kind of stuff that's fun, is once you get over the fear of actually shooting while people are looking at you, it becomes a whole new ball game. Number 8 is search engine optimization, or SEO. This is another very important piece to your video, is packing your descriptions and your video with search engine optimization, because Google is the #1 search engine on the planet. YouTube is the second biggest, and it's owned by Google. So guess who makes the rules for finding things in YouTube? As we progress in our morning walks, I'll show you some tools you can use online to help with your SEO, to make things a lot easier. And you want life to be a lot easier. That's why we're using YouTube to begin with. Once you've got your video done, your editing is finished, and your finished product is ready to go up online, you're gonna upload and share. This is how you get your video out there to people. When you upload, this is when you're going to add SEO, thumbnails, and lots of other things to help people find your video online. So make sure you go through each of the steps. Don't skip ahead. Don't skip over things. You want your videos to get found, watched, and liked, and people to come out and subscribe, so that whatever it is you're doing in life gets noticed. You can have all the knowledge and all the know-how and just be gangbusters in your preparation and your shooting, your editing. But once you're in front of the camera, sometimes that's a different story, especially when you come out and walk several miles while you're shooting and you're out of breath, tripping over your tongue every couple of minutes. But the last part of this is to analyze and repeat what it is you're doing. You know, it's just like an NFL team goes and watches video on Monday morning after the Sunday game. You want to go back and look at your videos, analyze what you've done, analyze what your opportunities are, celebrate what you did well, and then repeat. Remember, we talked about learn, do, and be consistent. You may do this once a week. You may do this every day. It's up to you. Your pace and what you have time for and what you can do are all up to you. But the secret is to do it. At what point does everything just start rolling off the tongue and you don't have to think about what you're saying and life just gets easy for making videos? I don't know. I'm not there yet. But when I am, I'll do another video and let you know. Remember when you were in high school and you had book reports due? Every time you had a book report, well, for some of us, every time we had a book report, we'd wait till the last possible second. We'd go to the bookstore, buy the Cliff's Notes, breeze through the Cliff's Notes. We wouldn't even read the entire Cliff's Notes. We would breeze through and get what we thought we needed out of it. Write a book report, get a C, and be happy that we passed. Well, a lot of people try to do that with online courses and with things like putting a YouTube video together and things like that. Just get a C, get a passing grade. Well, you know, this is not a book report. This is not high school. This is the real world. If you expect to get anything at all out of your YouTube videos and your business, you're gonna have to put in the work. We're gonna have to go back to learn, do, and be consistent. Let's get away from this thing where we'll buy 10 courses, take what we think we need out of each of the courses, and let the rest of them sit in the computer or on the shelf. Use the courses. Do the work. Be consistent. By doing those things and all the things that need to be done to get your YouTube channel up and running and run consistently, you can run a thriving, successful business. By doing it half-assed and using the Cliff's Notes version, you're gonna fail. I can almost promise. Until next time, this is Doug with our morning walk. It was great to see you this morning. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a great day. If you found some value in today's video and you'd like to help an old Marine vet out, drop us a subscribe and like below. Give us a comment, let us know where we can get better, or just tell us that we're doing great. We know we've got improvement to do, and we always will. We appreciate you coming out. Have a great day.